A few moments later, 5 minutes later, and there's knocks on his door.
Nah, he's probably still at work, caught up in something.
Probably. So we'll just head out and explore the glorious world of D&D
Yes.
with what time we have, so Seb can enjoy his kitty. Oh, there he is.
Give me 1 minute. I need to get organized, and I'm with you. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just got back home after all day I wasn't home, so 1 moment.
Yeah, no problem.
Organized to play Qualana? Something's wrong then.
It will. It will be great. Be right back.
Sure. Great. So.
The uncroppings of camera.
Yes.
It's most awesome.
There you go. That's almost correct now. So. Yeah. Last session you set up traps, destroyed a vicious mountain goat, or vanquished a dangerous mountain goat, and survived a kobold bombing run on you while traveling through the mountains, and then encountered a clockwork gnome with an arrow through its cone-shaped hat.
The real question, was it a hat or was it just a disguise for internal workings?
Mostly a hat, although it was welded onto the head, so.
Quick question about the goat. Was it a giant goat or a regular goat?
A regular goat, but...
It was like this, between the eyes.
Yeah, I mean, Shamp would definitely know that it was at least this big.
Like, compare Shump's exaggeration would make it like the size of a Tarask.
I would have to make a little nudge in the sand and take 15 steps to the right. And then put another nudge in the sand.
Yeah,
it's growing quite a minute.
And that was just its...
And it keeps growing. Shamp's a grower, not a shower.
Yes.
Okay, so at the end of last session, you decided to follow the gnome up all the way to the tower, which was still about half a day's journey up the mountain. You had seen a ship traveling away from the tower last session. You haven't seen it return since that sighting. You haven't seen any sign of the orcs or the elves so far, aside from the arrow in the gnome, or the clockwork gnome's hat, of course. That's clearly like elven made arrow. So you travel up the mountain path towards the tower, the clinking and clattering of a clockwork gnome guiding you along up the mountainside. A hill giant quickly on its heels.
How rude.
Yeah. Like striding on either side of the clockwork gnome, sheltering it.
Ooh. I want to ride it too. Yeah.
And night begins to fall as you get closer and closer, until it's like mostly dark. The sun goes down, the moon comes up, you see clear skies above you with stars shining down on you.
Excellent. No mountain goats shall sneak up on us tonight.
Yeah.
I'm creating a Lemon's tiny hut, and to be original, I will make it black, pitch black.
Okay. Which ones of you shall sleep in that?
I don't know. Well,
I
let's
mean,
see.
you are fairly close to the tower now. It's like probably less than an hour's walk away.
Perfect place to camp. Though
I
was
will
thinking
also
about
place
that.
an alarm before that. An alarm around the camp.
I
Sure.
was thinking about that whole layman's hut, and wouldn't that imply that Kolana has to be last in the turn order or guard order? I mean,
I can stay within.
guard within.
Yeah, I don't need to go out.
Yes.
And if something happens, basically I will anyways wake you all up. So
Okay.
1 second. Let me just-
I need to double check that my spells and such is prepared for a siege.
Good. Yes, you do that. So you are you sleeping inside the Lemon's tiny hut or
Yes.
outside? The hill giant is outside. Master Crumbleworm, Harry House is also outside. The clockwork gnome is also outside. It pretends to be asleep.
Beep bop.
There's like this metallic sound of ratchets and gears inside its head that mimics a snoring sound.
Okay. I will exclude the clockwork from triggering the alarm, though.
Okay, good. Yeah, that might be wise. Roherden, are you inside?
I'm going to assume that I'm on first watch, as is the normal routine, so I'll be wandering around outside the hut to begin with.
Okay.
You're not going in, though. Yeah. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I can actually configure that you can come in and out. So no problem.
Champ, are you inside or outside?
Outside. I
Okay.
will be taking number 3 in the guard rotation.
Okay,
For
good.
a second, sleeping within the confines.
Yeah, and Colonna is last and sleeping inside. Good. So, you get to your your camp and sleep and guard schedules and everything else that you've become accustomed to at this point, having traveled together for a fair while. Let's see. As you sleep, our camera observation zooms out and it floats over to the mountain tops above you until we see the tower standing in the darkness with 4 airships tethered to the top of the tower by large rope bridges that appear to be also like keeping them from floating away, as well as offering a way to and from the airships. There are 4 figures on top of the tower's roof with a dark obelisk in the middle of them. They all extend their hands out towards the obelisk and begin chanting and rotating
Does
their
that
hands.
open during the first watch?
This is happening during the second watch, I think.
Second watch, okay.
Yeah,
So I'm not awake.
but you can't see the top of the tower. You can see the balloons of the airships from where you're camped, but that's about it. But us observers see these figures keep chanting their magic spells and rotating their hands in these arcane signs. A figure in white with the with large extended wings and the head of an owl walks down one of these rope bridges to observe the ritual and starts walking around in a large circle. We see these wisps of magic extend from the hands of these casters and swirl together into this like bubble around the obelisk. And then we see these runes carved into the dark stone glow white, and the white almost paint-like substance that's in the grooves starts to be pulled out of the grooves and joins the swirling magic in a bubble. The camera pans further, zooms past this, past the tower and down the mountainside, goes over your campsite, and then further down until we see two bright flashes of what look like almost fire in the night, and the entire mountainside reverberates with the clear sound of a rock slide, a large rock slide. And the camera zooms past an orc force that has stopped on the mountain path. There are torches torches flickering and illuminating this large snaking marching order that the orcs have established. A rock slide has taken away like the front guard as well as part of the middle, and the orcs are scrambling to continue on ahead, although it looks like they are being held in place for now at least. The camera continues past them, and we see a few slaves, about a dozen slaves, being ushered towards the front of the army to clear out the rubble. Then the camera zooms past again further down the mountainside until it gets to the orc camp, illuminated and bathed in fire, as the remaining forces of the orcs that were at the Black Tongue stronghold have been slaughtered, and the campsite laid to ruin. The camera flows down and rests on the shoulder of a single elf, riding a large moose-like creature and nodding as he watches the campsite burn. Slaves are being ushered and escorted past him to safety in Thornwood. The camera pans around the elf's head and looks behind him towards Thornwood, and we see these large spikes on either side of this path that you travel to Thornwood on, and there are the heads of slain orcs on each spike. There are large trees that are meandering the hillside, heading back towards Thornwood as well.
I would like to add something.
Sure.
The camera will keep going underground, and you can see it preparing to attack the tower of the two towers.
But damn, bro. Damn.
Jaws team plays.
The camera pans down, then pans back up as the sun is starting to crawl up back in the sky. Your night has gone by uneventfully. You've had your long rest, and the morning is
now
here.
I can't play with my buttons. That's rude.
What a boring night. I'm sure nothing happened of interest.
Well,
And I should have taken the time to attune to that axe.
The sun
Which
is
I
red.
completely forgot about. I had until I looked at my fucking inventory.
This is the third night you haven't attuned.
I would like to cast
Here,
mage
try.
armor on myself.
Sure. Rohan, if you would like to attune to the axe, then you can.
Please. Being able to throw that thing would be so helpful.
Sure.
And have it come back.
Yeah.
Assuming I don't
Yeah.
botch the roll
Yeah,
entirely.
It just might be. Might be handy. So as
Well,
you're
that whole
as-
thing was impressive.
Yeah, as you're waking up and getting ready for your siege of the tower, you hear a rock slide down the mountainside, and you see a wood elf high above you that has clearly just kicked the stone down to catch your attention, and he waves towards you.
I'll head up and meet him.
Sure. He walks a little bit down the hill towards you, so you meet roughly in the middle. He places a hand across his chest and greets you, and then says, "There is a gate in front of you. It has been closed by the air cultists. You will have to get through that before you get to the tower itself. But we have not seen any air cultists past that, aside from inside the tower."
I'm sure our hill giant can help out with that gate.
He looks past you at the hill giant snoring away still, and nods. If you can keep it under control, then I would definitely say so.
Just a question. Do we know anything about the air cultists? Regarding historically or anything?
In broad sense, yeah, you would definitely know that air cults pop up every now and then, and they always share the same kind of.
What is their goal normally?
It depends. Some air cults have been known to chase after elemental power. Some want to resurrect gods that are tied to the air and four winds. Some just want to take over mountains and destroy Eries up in the mountain.
And specifically about this air cult, do we know anything, or is it a new thing?
From what you've seen so far, it looks like it is likely a conglomeration of several air cults, based on just how many airships they have.
So is that something very rare in regards
Yes.
to compared to normally? Okay.
Yeah, it is very rare. Usually they need a clear goal or someone very authoritative to bring them together.
Can I roll a history check in order to check if I can try to cross between all the air cults that I know of and try to figure out something that might unite them all?
Sure. You can definitely try.
More importantly, why they're so interested in the Nightstone.
What?
It's not necessarily air related after all. Nor is
Well,
the warlord.
Okay. Yeah. You.
So yeah, I look at all the facts and I say, well,
There's
definitely
definitely
not.
a cult. There's definitely a cult. You know that.
Yeah.
I know there are people in there. I know it.
I mean, you've been fairly sheltered your whole life inside your. So.
I have no clue what's going on. Come on.
So it doesn't seem like anything comes to mind that would unify them.
After thinking that so deeply, I will go to Champ and I will say, I think what is uniting them is that they are all people.
How mighty observant of you, Colonel.
I know. I've been thinking about it the whole night, and, well, that's the best I can reach.
I'm guessing this is the scout that we requested.
Yes. He doesn't appear that he's alone, however. He keeps like looking over his shoulder towards the mountainside where he came from.
Any word on a successful ambush yet? I did leave a few traps behind in a few spots, but I'm not sure they were of any aid if they even triggered.
Still early in the morning, so he says we did notice some tremors in the mountainside, roughly around midnight, perhaps, but we haven't been able to verify that yet. It seemed like they were distant tremors.
Hopefully, yeah.
We have been up here for roughly a day observing the tower. It appeared that some sort of ceremony took place or started on the atop the tower last night as well.
Well, that's concerning. We should probably set to work immediately then if they're in the middle of that. Is there anything we should be on the lookout for while we're in there, or any additional things that come to mind from the Wood Elven enclave of interests? I realize your interests probably concern Thornwood, but this being a adjacent area might hold some interest for you.
Our interests do not lie this far up in the mountains unless there is a threat such as these cultists appear to be. At least that is what the image you have given to our leaders, so I cannot complain about that. I've been told to come here and scout ahead. It appears that the air cultists they are ready to defend that gate that stands in your way to the last man, so to speak. But if you assault it quickly, I doubt that they will be able to muster reinforcements very quickly to the gate.
You've been keeping watch at night as well?
Yes.
Seeing as how we have seen more than these present airships. And did you see any others leave during the night? I know we saw one late the previous day.
During the night, no. The previous day, 3 left. There are 4 left tied to the tower. If there were more, I do not know where they have gone, but we have not seen them.
Okay. Well, thank you for the information. We shall see about eliminating these, while I trust your comrades will deal with the orcs trailing behind.
I am sure they shall. We may be able to come to your aid if you need it. We have been climbing up further into the mountains. We can clear a path to you or delay reinforcements to the gate when you assault it. We will do so.
All help would of course be useful, though I'm also thinking slightly ahead about after this encounter.
I will kind of do a as I see him talking to them, and kind of look at you, kind of waiting for you to come to me and not wanting to approach the wood elf.
Yeah, he'll just Kodaro just glance for a moment and nod, and then continue his conversation. Once this air cult has been dealt with, assuming also all of us survive, you should bring word to your leaders that we might want to. Well, I don't know how thorough you plan to be with the orcs, but I plan to be spotless. Not a single one of them will survive. So once they are done here, I will return to finish that.
Of course, I shall inform. It is likely Eladan who will be leading the charge against the orcs. I shall let him know.
Excellent. Very
He turns to walk back up the mountainside, then stops and looks back to you. Oh yes, the gate is guarded by. We have seen seven air cultists there. I believe one of them might be a magic user. We have not been able to confirm that. There is a small cavern above the gate where it looks like they are keeping some sort of camp. We haven't been able to find out whether there are more inside. So take care.
Is all this in common or in Elvish? Elvish?
It's happening a good few strides away from the camp, but
yeah.
Okay.
I think the wood elf would be speaking in Elven.
Okay.
yeah, it probably would. Yep.
Theo, I would like to I'm not approaching him and not talking to him, but I would just like to watch from a distance and try to figure out where his camp is located.
Sure.
So if I can, I would be happy about it. If not, then, well,
Sure.
Yeah,
I would probably die.
We're done with the conversation, so Kothor's walking back towards Quilana.
Sure. So
I will 1 second, just get on. I'll kind of tell Kothar I could give them some cover with some fog, or I could create it now and kind of keep us in cover. But I would think that would arouse suspicion from the tower.
Well,
seeing a sudden fog appear.
I'll gather up the group once I've heard this from Quilana and start relaying all the information they gave, and also ask.
I can also create an illusion to help us keep cover.
Well, more importantly, the gate is the primary concern. Master Crumplebottom, do you think your good friend over there, Blaster, could handle opening that gate for us?
I could.
Oh yes,
give.
he's a master at opening things. Very strong.
I'm more worried about him dying on the way there than the fact that he can open or not open the gate.
Yeah, I was going to step up to that after asking, because the caster that was mentioned upon the gates, I would like to deal with that caster immediately if it truly is one. So ideally I would like to stealth up, or perhaps invisibility, though
I could help you with moving fast enough to deal with him and coming back without them noticing you too much. I could cast a haste on you.
that
Or
would
someone else.
certainly help. I was thinking, how tall were the fortifications? Did they say anything about that? The gate and
for the gate?
fortifications?
No, they didn't mention.
How tall are they from our point of view?
Master Crumbleworm Harryhouse would be able to tell you that it is an old gatehouse that's like, it should be like only like remotely sturdy. So it's like being banged up by weather and everything else over the years. It is about as tall as your hill giant friend.
Okay, so then no problem for my spell then. So I would suggest that I approach under cover of invisibility with the aid of haste and simply misty step my way up on the battlements to deal with that caster.
Let's just think about whether you are the best target to move into there. Just saying, we might have someone who's more fitting for it. If we have someone, if not...
Speed-wise and ability-wise, Kothar would be best, I think.
Well, I'm just asking because sometimes someone doesn't reveal something, and I just want to be sure that we're not sending the wrong guy if there's someone that is better at it. 1 second, I just need to check something about haste before I actually give it to you, because... here's the catch, though, with haste. It lasts 1 minute. I mean, as long as I'm concentrated. But after the 1 minute, you will have a round that you cannot move.
Then I would not want it. Not for this particular encounter.
Yeah, that's what I thought maybe, because it might be problematic.
But I have the capability of moving up to this place while invisible.
Yeah.
Misty stepping without breaking it, and also recasting my invisibility once done.
I could give you cover by an illusion to keep them focused on the illusion and not on you.
Yeah, ideally, all of you would be generating a distraction / threat.
1 second. I can't. Okay, so I can create an illusion to keep them occupied on the illusion while you are busy with your thing. How much time do you need for that?
Not much. All I need to do is get up, pinpoint the caster, deal with it, teleport, or misty step my way out.
So, Theo, how far... I mean, does the tower already see us?
Not yet.
Okay, so...
It is likely like about 15 minutes, 20 minutes from you.
Okay. Here, so we first need, before we actually do anything, that's just a suggestion, to actually scout out where's the best position that I can watch from, because I need to be in range for my illusion to work. I cannot do it from here and just do it. And I don't want us to be in direct danger, because that would actually ruin the entire illusion. They would actually see right through it.
Yes. I will leave it up to you three and Master Harry Bottom.
Yeah, but before you move, we should actually establish it.
No, your bottom is rather hairy.
Bumble Bottom
Also,
Harry House.
Before you leave, I will give you a where is it? 1 second. I forgot it. Where is it?
I should point out that my
A signal
invisibility
whistle?
can hold for an hour, so
Yeah, but
you are
might
free
get
to
it.
take your time to properly enact your distraction.
I'm just giving you a signal whistle for now, for this thing. If you get into trouble, use it, so we know you're in trouble.
Okay.
This is just so we have a way to actually communicate whether you are in need of immediate rescue. Now, in regards
Noted.
Yep. Now, regarding the distraction, I think I have a good distraction for them. I could create an illusion to keep them occupied looking at the illusion, but the second thing I think that would maybe work as a distraction is to blow up their gate.
That works.
Blowing
Now-
up the gate would serve two purposes: distracting
Well-
them and us getting in.
Yeah, but I need to actually get it there and under the mask of the illusion. So, I mean, I will create some spells to keep it working, but I need help at that. If someone has any spells that can give me some cover.
None to give you cover.
Or something that can keep the eyes of whoever is watching on something else, not on me.
Like a meat shield.
Well, I don't want you to be in range of any missiles.
How
I'm
about
sorry. Our
a-
strategies are completely different.
how about a angry-looking dwarf paladin riding it? This thing.
Right. Well, it could work if you can keep away from getting hit by anything. You can. How far would the farthest arrow be able to reach, Theo?
Longbows, 600 feet
Yeah.
with disadvantage.
So, as long as he keeps away further than 600 feet, they shouldn't be able to shoot him.
I don't
I
know
think
of any
we're
spells.
How far out? 600 feet.
Well, they could actually get to 1,200 with sharpshooter, I'm guessing.
No.
Mhm.
No.
But
No, sharpshooter just lets you shoot up to that 600 without disadvantage.
Ow. So you can't double the range with that.
Not that I'm
Me-
aware of.
even so, it's unlikely that you will have a clear 600 feet.
Well, if he's in
of
the
vision.
air, he might.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Crossbows
here's my.
and short bows average around 80 to 120 feet. That's where
So-
they start losing their effectiveness.
This is my plan now. If anyone wants to intercept and say something about changing the plan, feel free. I have the liquor that, as you saw, is quite effective at going boom. Now, I was thinking of putting that in a smaller vial and then bringing it close to the gate and making it explode.
How do you plan to make it explode?
Well, that's a simple matter of fire, which I know that someone is very good at. But that is actually the second part of the plan. The first part of the plan is actually to get it there. And that is supposed to happen while Kothar will go in there. Because the idea is that I will generate a illusion that will keep them busy on trying to fight this illusion. They will think they are fighting something. This will give us time, but I need someone to actually manage to stealth down there and place this vial to explode.
We should fight them.
Meanwhile, in the background, the blaster is juggling like these large boulders that are about the
Yeah.
size of Shump.
I kind of go a bit back as I see that. Kind of. What
It
he
is a
misses?
hill giant after all.
Yeah.
He could lay siege to He could lay siege to it from much further than they could actually reach, probably.
Shump will just point at Blaster.
Well, they might actually come out to fight it.
And that's
We're
where
welcome
we
to-
come in.
Yes.
Do we
More
want to
capacious.
fight the entire army out here?
Well, honor is not, achieved without some sacrifice.
Well, my
Persuasion
okay,
addition or
so
two.
maybe I will ask the gnome what is the gate made of?
What?
The
Wood.
gate. They would. Would.
Might I, while not necessarily the best of ideas, why
Well, we
not
could
just
build
give
a-
why not just give Blaster some living projectiles to deliver? You just need to find a way for you to survive the impact, right, Roherthan and Sean?
Well,
Question.
I can do
I have a
featherfall on them.
question. I have a question. If, as I was about to land, I Misty Step just before I hit the ground, would that stop me from hitting the ground as hard?
Misty Step,
Requires you to be
yes.
in...
Here's the thing, though.
Misty Step will allow you to change trajectory and speed.
Isn't Misty Step, though, needs to be in shadow?
No.
No.
Oh.
Misty
it's
Step is just a short-range teleport.
Mhm.
30
But,
foot short.
So
Solana.
so a Misty Step will interrupt your momentum.
Isn't there such a thing that featherfall?
That's what I said, but I need to be within 60 feet of them.
That can be arranged. Because
I'm not
Featherfall-
falling
Featherfall
with
too.
them.
Featherfall is a reaction, not a bonus action or anything. It's a reaction to someone else falling. So
I'm
we
not
could,
going to fall in there, if that's your idea.
Not you. You can cast it on someone else. You simply stand by and watch them hurl across your head, and as soon as they're about to land, you soften their impact.
Wouldn't it, though, slow them down from actually reaching their impact?
A little bit.
I'm asking actually Theo if it won't stop them because of the way Featherfall works.
It
It would
will
slow
decelerate them and like guide them down. I think it will require very good timing for them to land on top of the gate, depending on how
On top of
wide
the
it
gate?
is.
I never
Well, it's
said
a-
anything about landing on top of the gate.
Yeah,
You just have to get them over on the other side.
yeah.
But why do
Sure.
we need to throw them on the other side?
I didn't say it was a good idea. I just said it was an idea.
I have another plan. I could arcane lock their gate.
Why?
That would stop them coming out.
Yes, we can then use Blaster to just bombard them from outside. They can't come out.
You don't have
They will
knock,
break
so
their
we
own
could just
gates.
open it from remote.
Yeah, then they will break their own gate.
Doesn't really work that way.
Sure, it will. They will break their own gate. Why not?
Why would they come out to play?
Because they're bombarded by rocks.
So
What
they would
stops
hide.
them- What stops them going to the airships and bombarding us with rocks? If we lock the gate and then start bombarding them.
Well, we could just fly on the giant.
Don't you have knock?
I don't.
Aw. Because wouldn't that technically open the gate?
If it's
Well, if
locked,
you want
yeah.
to go with simple ideas, I'm giving you here a plan, and you're going with the simple things.
So what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to sneak up there with invisibility at least, but that's going
I will-
to be depending on what they or the
I
timing.
will just
will
say,
be.
that Quilena has a better way of doing this, but this is her character.
So, what does the master strategist Shump and Mr. Roherthan think?
Charge?
We should definitely kill them.
That sounds like a good plan.
Very clear plan.
Killing
Very
them
simple.
was pretty much the plan to begin with.
I like his plan.
I'm-
It's very...
Well, would you like to be launched over the gate?
As fun as that
yeah.
sounds,
Would my head be able to protect my body from getting any injuries?
Well, the thing is, if you get Blaster to launch you
Blaster
over the
is
gate.
slowly moving towards the gate. Like he's like starting to walk along the path away from your campsite.
I vote
Still,
we
like,
follow him,
juggling the rocks.
and we tell him to lose a few rocks on the gates and the nearby vicinity, seeking cover behind his legs, and then just charge and slit some throats. Honor.
I would like
Victory.
to quickly go up to Mr. Harrybottom,
Harry House.
whatever his name
Master.
is,
Also, it's
It's
Master,
Harry
not
Bottom now.
Mister.
and I would like to convey to him just the idea of there will be something near the gate, an illusion that I want his giant not to actually destroy, or rather not to attack.
Okay.
Just so he will know. Because I'm guessing his giant isn't too smart, and well,
So you're
We
telling him
shall-
there will be something at
Yes.
the gate that you don't want him to destroy.
yes.
Well, we're gonna just walk through the gate, okay?
Amulets and eggs, I'm just saying.
That sounds
Well-
like a great plan. Just let me go ahead of you so that the other timey-wimey-wizzy guy doesn't make it a very bad day for you guys.
And maybe on your way back, we could let Blaster loose some rocks over the other side.
Fine. Okay.
Oh,
Blaster, just go half speed and let these adventurers go about their business. We'll get there eventually. Just give them some time.
I'm now picturing-
Blaster grunts and stops juggling the rocks.
Tell you what, if you hear a signal whistle going twice, not once, but twice, then you can go full speed.
And you trust a giant to count correctly.
I reckon
not the
I'll
giant, but we're
I
counting.
trust the rider to count correctly.
Well,
Once you, Mr. Crumple Bottom, not Harry
Sorry.
Bottom.
I
Once he
prefer my
hears two,
And the count
Signal
shall
whistles.
be 3.
well, more than one. If you hear more than one, you can giddy up.
3 shall be the number thou shalt count. And the number of counting shall be 3. No more, no less.
Excellent.
I'm ready, my
1, 2,
compatriots.
5.
Very well.
No, 3.
Let us begin the
What is
assault.
the wind airspeed of an unladen swallow?
Okay,
35.
close enough.
Yeah.
3 points to Gryffindor.
Thank you.
I'm now torn with which weapon to ready.
So, Kothar, you are on foot. Shump, are you on horseback or on foot?
I will be following Blaster closely with my compatriots drawn.
On horseback or on foot?
On foot.
Okay,
I guess I
Colonna?
will be
on foot.
running.
Can I ride Blaster?
No, that's my thing.
Well, I need a hog. I really need a hog. All right, I will walk on foot, though I will be grumpy all the way.
Okay.
So you're not riding a horse?
No, because horse and being in a place that they have the high point will kind of show it off.
Okay. Rohedon?
Oh,
On
I
your
would like
turn?
to also stealth while we're doing it. Because
I
my rolls are so
will
good.
ride my mount about halfway there and climb off.
Okay.
And then
You
go
won't
on
be-
foot.
Okay. Good.
There's a reason for this.
I'm sure
Uh,
they won't notice Balana with that.
Sure. Yeah. Well,
just-
to be
I'm
fair,
just-
they probably have bigger things to consider.
Literally.
Literally.
I'm just like, you can see me like the Pink Panther, but instead of
But-
actually hiding
but-
anywhere,
But
I'm just in the middle of the road, just doing that movement along the road.
and the tune is coming from Blaster's footsteps.
So, Kothar, you're using invisibility?
Yes, I shall
Uh,
cast 1 invisibility.
Sure.
Actually, no. I'll cast it as a level 3 spell to conceal 2 people. I put one on Quelana as well.
Okay.
Oh. Here's a question though. If I cast a spell, does it cancel it, or is it only offensive spells?
Attacks or casts a spell.
Yeah.
So
Bad
So-
idea. Put it on someone else.
no, it just you have the element of surprise for the first round. Enjoy.
All right.
Because that's, I mean, what else am I going to use that level of spells for currently? I have remote curse.
An
So-
eyelash encased in gun Arabic.
So, what about Niniak?
Let him go first.
Niniak being attached to me, does that also grant him the effect?
Somehow I doubt it.
Very well. Sorry, Quelana, you're not getting it. Niniak is.
Rude.
How would?
Yes.
Do it as a 4th level. Oh wait.
Yeah, can't do that just yet.
Okay.
Just it.
So, let's see. I'll transfer you over to the map. And you will be in a red box in the beginning
In red box.
as a starting area, so you can see
I
what's
feel so
happening.
boxed up.
Yes,
Whoa, these guys are cool.
can see what's happening, but don't
Cannot
move out of the
interact.
red box just yet. So this is what you'll be facing. Kothar, you're first on the scene, so you may
You're
Head on
arriving
out.
from the north or south?
from the south.
From the south.
Yes.
Which is why I'm wondering, is this a natural trail up to it?
There appears to be
Seems
not,
slow.
not a trail, but there is a landing on the mountainside, so you would be able to. This is like more or less ice that has formed a slope that you can get up on.
But it would be tricky to get up.
Very likely, it will be difficult terrain.
Well, if it's only difficult terrain, I have the time to spare for it. Oops, that's the wrong marker. So, invisibility, though, this just renders me invisible,
Mm-hmm.
meaning I'll also do a stealth.
Yes, please do.
Do the same as me. I was
Wow.
good.
Oh dear.
Well, you did a quarter better than me.
So yes, moving up, I'm going to follow this thing. What do I see these guys are equipped with, by the way?
As you get closer, you can see that these guys are wearing the same kind of garb that the guy at the orc camp was. Black robes, or rather a black tunic, pants, and a cloak that's wrapped around their shoulders. They are also wearing masks that resemble a stylized owl's head, with large open eyes through which their own eyes can look. They all have scimitars as their chosen weapon.
Which side of the gate has the highest height elevation beyond 25 feet?
And the highest height elevation.
Or rather, height difference.
The far side, like on this side.
No, I meant more like
Yeah, so
from this guy to this side here. Which side would be
okay.
the greatest
So-
fall?
greater fall down south. It's like it's not much. It's slightly slanted down, right here. But the path itself seems to be fairly steady.
Okay.
It only starts climbing some ways up further north.
Here's trying to get past these two guys.
Show.
At this point, I would like to try to do a cartwheel between them to get there.
Hold on. Hold your horses.
The horses are down there.
Yes. Okay, so you can hear your footsteps crunch against the snow and ice beneath your feet. There's not a thick enough layer that you're leaving footsteps. However, you are like constantly aware to keep yourself from moving into deeper snow. The guards in front of you are chatting away in common. They appear to be discussing
The weather.
they appear to be discussing some sort of championship that has just happened back in Amn. They are talking about a goalie being just absolutely terrible and the referees especially being completely blind.
Well, I think you shouldn't kill them just because they seem so educated.
Yeah. They are both leaning against the railings. One is leaning against the northern railing, one is against the south. So there is space to move in between them.
Okay. Then I shall...
You notice as you pass that one of them is actually like rolling some paper around what looks like dry leaves.
He's probably preparing tea.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, unless I'll be doing this path over here. You should see the outline of it now, so let me know
Sure.
if anything happens along the way that I should stop for.
Just need to double check.
We're
Okay.
dead.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
so-
Rocks fall from the sky.
Yeah. So you feel the wood underneath your feet flex a little bit as you keep walking along this pathway over the gate. The gate itself is like right here, and then there's a gap underneath here, and this area as well as this area is like rocks piled on top of each other and then layered on top of that with wood to make sure that the platform over it is stable. Especially around here, the wood seems fairly rotten and old.
How tall is the gate?
Around 16 feet.
Okay. I have a surprise
Or-
for you.
Well, I'll continue my step here.
Yeah, the rest of you are heading up this path, and you get first peek at the top of the gate, the wooden construction, as well as a like a railing along the top side. The gate has been closed. You can't tell whether it's barred or not. You can see several figures moving behind the railing atop the...
Harry House,
I
I have a question for you.
Harry Bottom.
Harry House,
Yes?
do you think Blaster could throw me up on top of those battlements on
How
the
much
top
do
of
you
the
weigh?
gate? I would say about if you give me a little.
No. He
200 pounds.
he guides Blaster towards you. Blaster places one of the huge stones on the ground in front of you, and then hoists one up in his hand, and then offers one hand out to you so you could climb on top of it.
I climb on top of it.
Okay, so he's like weighing you by doing like comparing you to the rock.
I would like to. This will be interesting. Well, I can't actually see him, so that's a problem.
I have one last diagonal step to make before I do my thing.
Yeah, I won't do it yet anyways because I didn't yet hear anyone dying, so... what am I doing? So, at this point, I would like to give Kothar another minute before we start doing a whole mess here. I mean, we could move the guards in a way that won't allow him to move. We don't know.
Blaster, when you see shit happen on top of the wall, throw me up and we will kill some fuckers.
Basically.
So Blaster smiles at you.
You and me.
He drops the stone on the ground and then gives you a big thumbs up.
Very well.
He like starts rotating his wrist and elbow.
Warming with himself.
Yeah. You're like grabbing onto the life to his index finger.
Very well. I shall begin my assault.
Okay. You can all roll initiative.
Why? I'm not attacking.
Yay!
So we can keep things in good order.
So we don't fuck shit up.
Yes.
That's really a weird thing to say with me. 1 second, I still need to roll. Where's my thingy?
Opposite, it would be better after a while.
Okay.
I mean, statistically speaking, it should, right?
Statistically speaking, I roll shit initiative, but reasonably well on the damage and attack rolls, so it balances out.
Well, I can tell who's taking the initiative here.
Oh, holy fuck.
Well, to be honest, I think that though Kothar has a surprise attack, so...
You think?
Yes.
Attacking from invisibility?
I think he's surprised, I'm not sure. And to be honest, my character won't attack yet. I'm giving a minute until... I'm giving him until I can hear a scream or something.
Though,
I'm looking forward to what
I'm not sure... I'm not sure I actually needed to cast that for Niniak. Depending on how you want to read the spell. Because it says anything the target is wearing or carrying. How do you want to do it? Not that I will actually retroactively change it, it's just for next time.
Yeah, as long as Niniak stays on you, then yeah, I guess you could have Niniak under the spell.
Sorry.
So, I just critted both of my initiative rolls. Why can't I ever get this while I'm a player?
That's okay. Just use up those crits before we begin actually fighting.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Keep rolling.
So, surprise round first. So this initiative order will come into effect as soon as you start wrecking shit.
Yeah. Speaking of wrecking shit, I think all of us haven't realized Kothar's flaw.
What flaw?
Well, his plan to get out was, well, genuine, but then the flaw will step in.
Blaster. What flaw?
once combat begins, he's not stopping until all his enemies are dead.
Oh well, that would be.
Oh, right.
We will iron that out quickly.
I'm
Sure.
gonna tap Blaster and leg and say, throw me after him.
Gives you a thumbs up as well.
I'm half expecting there at the end of the fight to be 2 holes in the gate itself where those 2 are stuck.
One shaped like a half orc and one shaped like a dwarf.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they're like
because-
sideways, like this
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Depends
Yeah,
how
we
he
have this-
throws me. I plan to go glaive first.
Me with the compassions first, but I
Kind of
can
like a
picture this.
Dwarven dart.
We have this drone, right, that usually film our endeavor. I picture that right outside the holes, and you can see the asses up from the snow on the other side of the gate.
Yeah.
So the attack
So-
is not actually going to be a spell. I'm going to use an item.
Okay.
All 3 charges of the Ring of the Ram.
God.
Ah, okay. Good.
Wait, he's coming towards us.
So you are punting this.
Oh, and I have advantage, I'm guessing, because of surprise.
Yeah.
I need it. That's a bit better.
17. 17 is better.
Was better, but
38.
good enough. Will be punted
17 is much better. So is that all of your 60
That is-
hands?
All 3 charges you said.
Yes, all 3 charges. That's I've modified the macro. So
Okay.
it's
15 feet.
So that's all of the
Per
damage,
charge.
right?
yeah, that's all the damage
And
all
then
the
it's 15 feet.
Yep.
Okay. So suddenly all of you down the path hear this loud like not a bang really, but more like the boom of something going supersonic.
And the goat noise.
Yeah. And this cult priest is absolutely destroyed. You see the ethereal ram extend from the ring and smash against the priest. Toss him first against the railing. The railing shatters, but the priest goes like ass over end and tumbles and gets plastered against this rocky mountain face. You see these dark robes that he was wearing like slowly start sliding down with goop following.
one punch. Since that was my attack roll, and I have extra attack and bonus action.
Using an extra action needs an attack action, right?
Yes, and the Ring of the Ram is an attack. Because it requires an attack roll. Isn't that how it's defined? Or
The ring. With the ring, I'd say that that's using the item. It's not a weapon unto itself.
okay,
You're triggering an effect in the item.
that's okay.
But
so,
I think you'll be fine with considering the damage output this round.
yeah. But bonus action. They just see he shimmers out of the air, just and then draws a weapon, and you hear this kind of hum as he starts humming his tune, the Blade song.
Sure.
I would like to change the song into a funeral song. Think
Is
it's
it weird
fitting.
that I just hear
Yeah.
him actually humming the One Punch theme?
The Undertaker rises from a nearby spot of smoke.
And just smokes a cigarette there, watching,
Yeah.
just waiting, like,
Yeah.
okay, he's coming.
I mean,
Yeah.
the Undertaker is retired, so he's not gonna get involved. He's just there to watch.
Yes. So with the tune, you can just see Kothar looking over to the guy on his left. That's his turn.
Yep. Okay. Good. With this, hold on. I was supposed to also roll for initiative
Before
for these.
we do that, I also forgotten one creature's initiative.
Niniac. Yep.
Yep. If I can just select him. There he is. Where did the...
What? It is still there.
He's talking to himself.
No, the sheet was just here and now it vanished. Very well. I'll open it again then.
How big is your screen?
No.
Did you double click on it?
Yeah, I'm using the double click and I expected it to go back, but this time it just vanished.
That's nice.
Very well. There we go. There's Niniac targeted and initiative.
Oh, there you go.
But that's just in case he detaches.
Sure. So,
There we go.
all of you, Champ, you hear this loud bang and from
screen?
further up at the gate, and see the this body like come tumbling from the top of it before being plastered against the mountain side. Blaster instantly like slings you forward.
Cannonball?
He doesn't give any kind of shoots as to whether or not you're prepared or not.
Thank you.
So let's see how well he does with that. I'll just use the rock attack with disadvantage since it's out
Not a
of
rock.
range. 10 to hit. Okay. So you like you miss a little bit as to the gate itself. You get slung like veering off course towards these guys. You like like smash against the railing here and then tumble over, landing prone right here.
Can I do a acrobatics check to see if I can hit the railing and then kind of do a little flip and then slide in on the ice? Maybe?
Sure. Why the hell not?
Just like holding his ribs, just sliding in, just...
Oh yeah, awesome. So
Kopesh is drawn, by the way.
you Jesus Christ. So you land, leap through the air like in 300 or something, just like launching through the air, landing towards this gate, and you see yourself veering off course and then towards the railing. You curl and like manage to kick off right at the right time to kick yourself around and flip onto your feet in front of these two dudes.
Try to lock on eye contact with Kothar as I land. Cool. Okay.
So then we go into initiative order. Unless Kolana, did you have any kind of movement you wanted to do towards the gate?
No, I will have a spell that I will cast after this. So no movement. Okay. Because it's I'm less than 120 feet away, so no need to move actually.
All right.
Unless you say that I'm further away, then I will approach.
No, you're within that range.
On.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some help to provide, but I wish to stay far away.
So the cult fanatics, they are highly surprised by this shit going down.
By this shump flying over in the air,
Yes.
apparently.
But they are very quick to react. So let's take your ninja icons off. Kothar and Niniac.
Ninja.
Ninjak. Ninja Jack.
So there are
Why,
three.
by the way, why would Ninjak lose his invisibility though?
True,
He didn't
Ninjak
attack.
hasn't actually attacked yet.
True.
But,
So there is an invisible Niniac still around your
yeah,
shoulder.
they don't know.
They don't know it's there. Three of these fanatics rush you, Kothar, and they will try to swing at you with their scimitars. They instantly unleash their blades. They don't care. They don't care who you are or what you're doing here.
Well,
21 and 23? The 7 probably doesn't hit.
no, the 7 doesn't hit. The 21 does hit, and I'll allow it to hit. The 23, I'll use a reaction on. I'm guessing that's this guy. Or
Yeah.
rather, I want this guy to take the reaction. Because
You want this guy?
Yes,
Sure.
because he'll be knocked ass over heels up to 80 feet
Okay.
straight that way.
So you feel the scimitar just about to slice down against your sword arm, and you unleash this reaction. He goes flying.
80 feet.
He goes into the rock, and then you can hear him say, "I'm not dead."
It's not just him.
Okay.
It's if
So-
you saw Dragon Ball Z, that's when you see him just flying into the rock.
So before the scimitar slices at you, these horns emerge from the from the circlet you're wearing, the crown or coronet, and smash against this guy. And he instantly flies off into the sky and lands up in the mountainside, completely stunned. Then
Did you
Shump.
deduct the health I was hit by?
yes, Shump,
Yes.
you
I
get
have-
2 attacks on you.
Oh, that's
20
we're
and
still
19.
That's nice. They're both, yeah, okay. Both hit. Yeah, so that's cool. 8.
These 2 are going to stand there and guard the center of the bridge. Kothar, you can hear movement inside the little cavern beside you, but it seems to be fairly far away still. Shump, it's your turn.
I have 3 attacks, right? With that last level up, I have 2 attacks and
You
then
have-
1 bonus.
Yeah, you have 2 main hand attacks and 1 offhand.
So this guy will have 2 frosts, and this guy will have a bite. God
First,
damn it.
the first frost and the bite.
You haven't added the
Miss.
offhand thing to bite yet.
What, didn't I? Finesse?
Nope. It's 1d4 straight up. It should be 1d4 plus strength. Or dex. Finesse, rather.
It was finesse.
Is it added to the piercing damage then?
This adds to the
No
piercing.
idea.
Yeah, you've added to the piercing damage of the weapon itself.
Ooh.
But that's okay for now. Just move it for next time. It should be on the slashing damage, not the other.
Yeah, so your second frost attack hits. It cleaves into this guy, and you cut a straight gash across his torso. He shivers noticeably.
Because of the cold damage.
Yeah. There's this little frost that crawls on his skin.
And maybe the fact that you opened his shirt a little.
Yeah, that
in
too.
the cold mountains.
Any movement, champ?
And no attack of opportunities and whatnot, so no. Can I
Sure.
radiant reaction?
You can't ready a reaction. You can take a reaction once something happens, though.
Yeah, if they slice at me, I will kind of try to block it.
That goes without saying, I think.
Yeah. Kind of try to.
I'll think
Good.
about it. I'm not quite sure, but
Yeah.
Qualana.
Yeah, so let's surprise everyone. I'll do a major image.
Sure.
Now I would like to put this major image. It's 6 meters tall,
Mm.
and
is
it
it?
will be located here. And what it will be like this. There will be a sudden burst of flames from the floor, and then a giant that is covered with flames will just stand there, looking intimidating. Now, I would like to remind you, a major image includes also sense of heat and smell. So I would like to make him, first of all, stinky. And second of all, they will feel the heat of the fire that he has on him. And I would like to try to make it as intimidating as Quilena can imagine him. So he will look very grumpy, and he will
I will steal your buttons.
And they will have this giant axe in one hand and a giant shield in the other. He will be heavily armored, and apart from that, he's burning, continuously burning.
Okay.
And he's 6 meters tall, so that is a giant.
Fire giant.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my... And as a bonus action, I would like to prepare... if someone shoots an arrow or attacks the giant, I would like to use my bonus action to just do the cling sound from it, to kind of react to whatever is happening, to kind of try to not allow them to know that it's an illusion because of the actual sound that it reacts to.
Sure.
So it still will fly through, but for them it will just seem like it hit.
Oh, I mean, assuming it's the ones in front, they won't even see it come out the back, so...
Exactly. So
Okay.
that's my action, prepared bonus action.
All right. Good. Let's see. That was definitely a strange one right there.
You didn't
But
expect
wait,
it.
No,
it could get worse.
not really. Yeah, I'm sure it could. I'll just use this.
How does no one get used to me?
Ah, there we go. We
That's
shall
nice.
use that.
It's cute.
So I don't
I
have
like
any giants, surprisingly enough.
Guessing because of our levels.
Merge 2.
wonder,
Any moving closer or anything?
No, I'm staying at my distance. I'm good. I'm feeling comfortable here.
Okay.
Oh crap,
So-
I'm next to get thrown.
So Blaster stomps his foot victoriously as he watches Shump stand up on top of the gate in the distance,
Wish me luck.
and he glances down and then remembers that Rohirden was supposed to be the next one, and he swoops you instantly in one hand, and instead of giving you any time to prepare, just slings you out instantly.
Just in an arc, just turns, grabs me, and throws me.
Yep.
Oh god. This can only go badly.
Oh, Suna,
there we go.
protect.
Good. Where do you want to go, Rohirden?
The sky's the limit.
Literally. Ideally, in some form of dwarven dart, but towards the two in the middle.
Okay. Good.
Way first.
Good.
Is that giant double the size of the gate in height?
It's 20 feet tall.
It's bigger or higher than the gate, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. This should get them to look at him at least.
Yeah. Definitely. Hold on. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
And then suddenly a dwarf appears from behind
Yeah.
this 20-foot fiery giant.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And lands
kinda see
directly
the-
on top
yeah.
of one of the
Ow.
guys there.
Oh.
Make
land just on the
make
sword.
one glaive attack. I'll give you
Okay.
that as a prepared action. 17. Yep. Let's see.
I'm picturing
Why
like a speeding sniper bullets rotating through the
Rohirden,
giant.
Yes.
Rohirden, roll a d20.
You're dead. This is how many times you are dead.
$16.
Okay, good. So
For beer, you.
you slam glaive first into this guy, or actually you don't so much slam your glaive into him as much as you like cleave like his arm off as you land, and then you like instantly hit him with your body, and he goes tumbling off the side on the other side of the gate. He
Scream.
falls down. Take some extra damage. Kothar.
Yes. So. I have two of these, three of those. The sudden fire giant. But you said I heard something from the cave?
Well, to
Yes.
be honest, I did elaborate on my plan, so you would know that it's my illusion.
Yeah.
You hear like the sound of footsteps or running towards you.
Probably your friends coming to help you now.
Yes. Or the ones that are about to run into a flaming sphere.
That could be also them.
Placed just inside. No, actually placed here. So that guy gets a bit scorched as well. Not that it's a whole lot of damage, but that's fine.
Flaming sphere, you say?
Yes. And even though I'm
What
out of
size
its,
is it?
it's 5 feet,
Okay.
and it will burn anyone within this. But even though I'm outside of the damage area, I'm still going to like wince at the fire, just
Yeah. Yes.
because
Absolutely.
it's highly uncomfortable.
Yeah, you don't like fire much anymore.
No,
Strangely enough.
I like making it,
I
not being
probably
close
should
to
have
it.
winced. I should probably have winced passing that fire giant.
You probably did, both out of surprise at this fire giant being there. Since this is like kind of happening all at the roughly same time, so you're probably already being picked up by the time the fire giant appeared.
And you went through it. How do you feel about that?
Not so much through it, like just over the shoulder or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. You felt your
Yeah.
beard singe, but as you get a second to try it out, it's fine.
Luckily, my
That-
illusions don't. For now, they don't do that. But wait until I get to level 11.
Wait until
So,
if you get to level 11.
Oh, don't worry.
save.
Polena will
5
live
fails.
beyond anyone if I plan it. If you haven't noticed, she's not very much in the fights. I mean,
Doesn't need to.
yeah, exactly.
That's my turn.
Sure. And then Master Crumblebottom Harryhouse is going to peek out from Blaster's over Blaster's shoulder and just like yell out, "Good luck!" and pop back down in the little backpack carrying him. Rohirden.
This dude here that I can't seem to ping because I'm on the wrong thing. This one. Yes, that the one to my left. I'm going to hit him with my glaive. And
Okay.
then... Actually, I'm going to use... Glaive weapon bat? Yes.
That's going to be interesting to see if he saves against. Will his armor hold up?
Extra attack.
Slash.
20. It's.
It failed.
That doesn't.
Oh, that
And
does
then-
not.
And then
Okay.
that
So,
one, which apparently has... Okay, no it does have this.
Okay. So, you strike your glaive at the guy in front of you, and try and like after recovering from the first swing, you try and like stab at him, and he moves out of the way. You try and recover, but you like lose your footing for a moment. The edge of your glaive goes through the rotten wood beneath your feet and gets slightly lodged in there, and you like wrench the whole glaive forward, striking with the butt of your weapon to smack the guy across his face, despite your blade being stuck. You'll be able to get the glaive out of there, no problem, next turn. However, does Ninyak do anything?
No, not yet.
Okay. So, the guy who got the wind knocked out of him by Roherden the Cannonball is going to start running.
The guy
Is he
who's
running-
also missing an arm.
Is he
Yes.
running towards something specific?
He is running towards the tower. He should be around here still. He's like limping and still getting back to his feet as he scrambles towards the tower in the distance. Let's keep this going. Kothar, you take 2 scimitar attacks. 18 and an 11.
None of them hit.
Okay. Roherden, you take 1. 19.
It's
Okay. Then
7.
Shump, you take 2. 8 and 11. 8 and 10 rather. So they both miss. They swing wide. You
Or
hear
ignore my giant.
right now, yes. They are attacking like people who are directly in front of them. The guy up on the mountain, however, like starts sliding down the hill very carefully, and like picks up a rock and tries to throw it over.
Yeah, remember my bonus action I prepared.
Yes, of course. His rock doesn't even carry that far, actually.
Oh, so my
It-
bonus action.
It
doesn't-
like land around here somewhere.
All right.
It was a heavier rock than he thought
it
it
rolls
was.
towards its feet. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, Shump.
That guy takes fire damage.
Yes. Roll the damage again.
Whereas, yep. Remember to save for half. Where's the spell? Flaming Sphere. There we go. Level 2.
Oh.
Go.
14. Okay, so he succeeds and takes half. Good.
So, extra attack doesn't rely on any short or long rest, right?
Nope.
No.
Extra attack is as long as you make the attack action.
Yes. As long as you make the
So-
attack action, you can take second one.
Okay, so could I take an extra attack? So that would be 3 attacks.
You make your attack action. Extra attack is tied to that, so that's 2 attacks. And then
Main
you
hand.
have your offhand as a third.
Offhand is
bonus.
a bonus action. So you
So I could
swing,
hit-
swing, swing.
Kind
Could I
of how my
swing
glaive
and-
works.
Could I swing once and then use a menacing attack from the superiority die in the first swing? Swing again and then swing?
Battlemaster maneuvers are considered attacks part of it, so yes.
Then I will swing at this guy with the frost and menacing attack, trying to frighten him to, I guess, be frightened. And I just add that on the damage roll. Oh god.
Sure. Is there any save or
Yes.
anything like that?
He has to do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Guess what, DC?
What's the DC?
Menacing attack.
Doesn't say. Should say probably.
Yes.
Doesn't. It might
Doesn't
be up.
specify.
Oh,
It's the-
maneuvers.
yes, it's the
8 plus
Battlemaster thing.
proficiency bonus plus strength or
Yeah.
dex modifier.
What's your strength modifier?
My strength modifier is 5.
Okay, so he has to succeed on a 15.
16. Isn't our proficiency currently
All
3?
right, you've leveled up enough.
Yep.
So it's a wisdom.
Thanks, Chris.
Just confirming, it's a wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
8.
Cool.
Okay, so he's frightened of you.
What does that even do? That's the only thing I can use.
He
on
can't
enemies.
attack you or get or move towards you on his turn.
Okay.
He must move away. I believe.
And if I
it was.
hit him again, he will still be frightened, right?
Actually,
Yes.
So once more. on
he
him.
can attack you. He can, but he
Oh,
has
with
disadvantage on all
disadvantage, yeah.
attacks. On all attacks, while his source of fear is within line of sight.
Yeah. But that also hits him, and then I have one last bite to the one in front of me. They should be dying soon.
So you frighten this guy and like strike at him a second. You strike at the guy beside you once with frost and like roar in his face. He seems to be
Puny cultists.
he seems to be very frightened of you. Then you strike at him again and like chop his head off.
Headshot.
And
Cold
with
polarization.
your bite, you strike at the first guy you attacked right there. He is in very bad condition already, but he's still standing.
Christ. Okay, but that's my turn. I will just wait until I chop his head off.
Yep, probably. Kolana.
Okay, so free action. I would say to the hair bottom and and blaster.
Harry House.
This would be a good time to open that door. As a bonus action, I would like to use intimidate using my giant. He will just stomp and yell in giant because I actually speak giant, so I can actually speak in giant.
Ooh.
And he
good.
will actually yell in giant, attack, all the army, attack!
Okay, good.
The issue about
Uh,
it talking in giant is that they probably don't know giant.
It doesn't matter. It's actually, I mean, if any of them understand it, they will just hear it, what it's saying. So, and in saying it in Orcish would not be very. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem very realistic to me.
Kolana, make an intimidation check with a +5.
Okay, I would roll. Okay, what is my intimidation first of all? I have a +0, so add 5 to it.
Okay. Simple enough. Okay, great. So
So that's a
Sure.
bonus action.
so your fire giant starts like stomping and shouting and screaming.
And it sounds more like a whining baby.
Yeah, it comes off much more as like one of those kids that you see in a store aisle complaining about not getting candy than as a ferocious giant warrior.
Can he maybe make them laugh? Main action, I will use a chill touch.
Okay. On who?
Yeah, something like that. On the one in front of Kothar.
Okay.
I think it's in front of Kothar. This is the one in front. Yeah. Okay. Chill touch. I hope I have better rolls with that.
So do I.
I think we all hope you will bet.
Okay,
No,
that
You hit
definitely hits.
but the damage for some reason
Not much
goes...
damage, but yeah, not much damage, but you definitely do rake him with your ethereal chilly hand.
Yep. He's not happy.
Yeah. Anything else?
That's my bonus action and my action, so that's about it.
Okay. Blaster starts
don't move
stomping
forward.
along. Blaster starts
What, sir?
stomping along
Oh.
until
Yay!
he's on the map, and then tosses a rock directly at the gate.
I hope his aim is better than he used to.
I hope he actually hits the gate and not me.
18.
What?
Yes.
Wow. Did he break the gate?
The rock flies into the gate, and the gate splinters and shatters and swings wide open. It doesn't look like it was even barred on the other side. Or if it was...
I will just do this
it
motion
was-
to him.
Yeah. Blaster like stomps his foot victoriously and like fist pumps the air with one hand. Rohirden, make a dexterity saving throw.
I knew that was coming. Dex save. This is gonna go badly.
Use your inspiration. Use your inspiration.
Let's use the inspiration so I don't die.
So roll again.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll throw advantage. This
Sure.
inspiration gives advantage, right? Yeah.
Yes. So you can roll again.
Whichever
Yep.
one goes the first one.
13. It would be a 13 since you already rolled the first one
Yeah.
for the 4.
Yeah.
So that's... Yeah, okay. So the splinters from the gate shred the rotten wood beneath your feet. You manage to find some footing closer to the edge, as a hole emerges like
Right in front of me.
yeah, like right here in front of you. You can see a large boulder embedded into the ground.
Question: since that's kind of the angle that my glaive would have been going to hit that guy, does my glaive come out quicker?
Yes, you recover your glaive. Kothar.
Yes. So, battlefield awareness is something drilled into him. So, would I notice this guy trying to escape? When I say escape, that's what Kothar thinks he's doing. Escaping, not running for help.
Why don't you make a perception check with disadvantage because of the fire?
Let's see. Disadvantage. And it's set to me.
9. You probably noticed him disappear. You don't notice him fleeing the field of battle, at least yet. You will notice him as soon as you turn to regard in this direction, however. But right now, the fire and these guys are
They have your attention.
yeah, they are occupying you.
Did I hear anyone yelping from inside the cave as the fire emerged?
Yes, you have heard someone calling for water inside the inside the caverns.
Good. Bonus action. How far into the cave do I see in this angle?
From this angle and with all the snow around you, you can see around 15-20 feet inside.
Or rather, how far did I know that it was? So I can just shove the flaming orb in there.
Yeah, you can shove it deeper than that. The voices came from probably 30 feet away or so.
Very well. Going balls deep with it. And upon which it's a dex save if it hits anyone. Otherwise, it stops at 30 feet.
Okay, sure. So the sphere of flame disappears
Excellent.
and lights up the
Still-
inside of the cavern. You hear some yelping from inside.
If it actually hits someone, then it deals damage immediately, by the way.
Sure. Roll your damage.
That's what the dex save is, to see if it actually hits them going past.
Yeah, but roll the damage first,
Flames.
so I can.
Second level.
Because you can't see them, so I will be doing this in the shadows.
Ah, secret, sneaky GM stuff.
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay. In the meanwhile, what are you doing?
Well, that's his offhand doing that wiggly stuff to send that in, and then his sword viciously goes for the throat of these guys. Where's my attack? There it is. In a twirling acrobatic move, just one for each, since I have extra attack.
Yep.
Just to get a sense of what's going on around him as well. Just strike that way, look around, and make sure he gets everything going on.
All right.
Boop, in front, boop, behind. Oh,
Ten.
to the side, I mean.
That's a good boop.
Yes.
A 10 and a 7.
18 and 7. Oh, that. Yeah.
Damage.
Yes.
Damage.
Both of those hit and cleave into the guys beside you. The one, actually, you managed to bloody both of them. They are both looking really bad at this point. You've got them both up a little bit, and you see a little bit of a frost cling to this guy's neck and his face from the chill touch earlier.
Aww.
As I
Doesn't
did
look happy.
that, I get a complete 360, so I know about
Yes.
all of this going on over there.
Yeah,
all that.
and you would see him as well.
Good. Complete battlefield awareness. Good. That was my turn.
Okay. The Crumplebottom Harry House.
Hair bottom.
Harry House. You hear his voice calling out, "Giddy up, Blaster! Faster! We're missing it!"
You're definitely missing it.
Yes. And
I wonder if Blaster even understood what my giant said, but okay. And I wonder
Probably
if
giggled
Blaster
too.
actually understands the language, but
who knows? Master Crumplebottom Harry House is a mysterious figure.
it is.
Most mysterious. Yeah, so he leans over Blaster's shoulder and points finger guns like he's behind cover behind Blaster's shoulder. He peeks out and pew, 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 pew. And 3 magic missiles soar through the air.
What do they hit, though?
Hold on, let's see. They're all
Do they hit?
3. Of course they hit. Their magic missiles.
Well, I don't know. He's a special gnome. Maybe his magic missiles are special.
He
Gnomish
chooses,
missiles.
He chooses to miss.
Can you actually choose to miss with the magic missile?
You can always choose to miss, I suppose.
How can you choose to miss though? I mean,
Because you decide
choosing
where
to miss, you would
decide
actually
where
hit
the
the target you missed.
you decide where the magic missile hits, so you can direct it towards nothing.
No, it still hits the thing that you wanted it to hit.
Yeah.
Kind of. You missed the point.
So,
Did he miss the point, or did he choose to miss
No,
the
I
point?
mean
Yes.
the
So-
magic missile kind of hits the point.
what?
It is both a miss and a hit.
One
Exactly.
hits the guy in front of Kothar, and the two others hit the guy on the mountainside. 5 and 2. So this guy is getting hit. Rohirrim.
I should be able to see the guy with the missing arm, right?
Yeah, you can see him.
I would like to use command, spell level 1,
Sure.
and tell him to
Stop.
halt, stop.
Okay. Does it have a save?
14 wisdom.
Okay. Wisdom
Is he
goes.
wise?
Not very, but you know, 6. So not very. He stops.
How nice of him.
Halt.
And then I would like to attempt to murder the guy in front of me.
With what, though?
Yeah, you used your action with the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have some of the smites are bonus actions?
I think smites require an attack.
Some of them don't. You
I
have
don't
one that
have
just burns spell charges to be a bonus action attack. But that's the... I think that might be the cleric's one.
Let's think. Can I kick him as a bonus action?
No, that's an unarmed strike, and that would still be an action.
Damn.
Maybe you can
So-
pat him as a bonus action.
Unless you have any kind of cantrip that you can cast as a bonus action, then probably don't have anything that you can inflict on him.
You can come and hug him. Tell him, good job, good job. buddy."
No, don't have anything. Oh well, stop that guy running away at least.
Okay. Anything for Niniak?
Kothar?
It's still invisible. The guy in front of me is bloodied, right?
Yeah.
And a bit chilled.
So part of my attack move, it will follow along his arm when my sword is going over to take the guy on the side, and he just shoot out from his arm and just bite at the guy in front.
Okay.
Let's see. Niniak. There. Attack. How do I roll an attack there? Bite action. Chomp.
Nom nom nom.
That is a chomp. That is definitely a chomp.
Yep, that's definitely a chomp.
It just coils around and just shoots out from the hand.
Yeah, the guy screams, mostly in surprise at this sudden little dragon appearing out of thin air, and then chomping at him. He's still
Does he
alive
lose
though.
all his blood? Oh.
So he just nibbled his nose rather than his throat.
Yeah, just the typical cat scratches in the face. Just
Yeah. Shoot. Hold on. One more. There we go. Okay, so the fanatic with Niniak is going to try and scimitar your familiar.
oh,
try and slice and peel Niniac off of him. 16
Does hit.
for 8 slashing damage.
And the Niniac puffs into sparkles.
Great. So
Poor guy.
it's like a snake that has bit onto an arm and lodged itself on there. The cult fanatic just like takes the scimitar out and like chops the head off.
So glad he is a spirit and not an actual creature.
He used to be until you made him a spirit.
No, it was before then.
And the fanatic on your side is going to attack you, Kothar. 10 is going to miss.
Does not miss.
The one next to Rohirden is going to move over, then try to attack you. More crit miss. It's going to swing wide, take a tumble over the side of the... on the side.
Can he fall through the hole onto the rock head first?
No, he's like jumping across a little chasm that's been formed and takes a swing, but he completely misjudges his landing spot and loses his footing and goes over the railing. You can take a attack of opportunity since he leaves your range.
I'm gonna swing my glaive and try and murder his head.
Sure. He also screams now that he's like pummeling towards the fire giant. Yeah, that's gonna hit. Oh, he's still alive. He's writhing on the ground beneath your... Shump. You have...
That was not my intention. Yes.
The guy in front of you turns around and jumps down, trying to slide down along the mountain side so he can head to the tower as well. You can make an attack of opportunity.
Cool. First, I just want to see if I... Like, when he turns around, right? Okay,
Ooh,
so...
yeah, that's... How do you want to kill him?
Well, when he turns around, I will kind of... Very, very kind of... disciplined, put my Kopesh around his neck, then sneak up behind his ear, and just...
Thank you for quenching my thirst for blood.
And his head
As
will
he's
roll off.
on the railing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it slides down.
Almost like a misty step, just... whoosh, and he's there.
Yeah, great. The guy on the mountain is gonna rush to scramble up the mountainside
Damn it.
as quickly as he can. It's tough going. He can't get very far, it seems. Chum, your turn.
God damn it, I was planning to kill this guy, turn to him, but then retreat over here, make him attack him with Commander Strike. Now I don't know what to do anymore.
Go to plan C.
Darts.
Darts.
That's plan D.
God damn it.
Don't
Oh, it's
throw them
more-
at me.
I was more thinking about that guy.
Yeah. Could I reach him?
You want to escape? Darts to your butt.
You can reach him with the darts, yeah.
God damn it.
Double darts.
But-
So then,
Everything
Oh,
from
triple
here
darts.
up is
Yeah.
rough terrain, so you'll need
But I-
double move. You'll need to. You'll have half movement up there.
well, I could triple dart him, right?
Though you need to free action drop your Kopashes too.
Yes.
Okay.
That
let's see.
means you need to actually use
Jesus.
Strong.
it's like you hear darts and you're like, nah, that can't be very effective.
Yeah, so there's 3 darts sticking out of his back. He like does this dramatic fall into the rocks.
I would like to
But,
remind you all of Jim Carrey and in the movie of Pet Detective. These darts
Yep.
like hitting
Yeah,
him in the back,
exactly.
and he's like,
Yeah,
ouch!
he's doing the rubber hands thing and falling
But he
into the
didn't
rocks. He's not dead.
Okay, but that was 3. That was with a bonus action, right? So could I basically maybe try to use an action surge too? Or not?
You can,
Yes.
but I think that might be a little overkill.
No. Never overkill. I mean, he needs to die.
Rule of cool.
Okay, so that's gonna hit as well. That's gonna be the final one. He like stumbles into the rocks and just about gets back up on his feet to keep moving, and this final dart like smashes in the back of his head, and he stands there for like 5 seconds and then falls flat on his face.
So the camera drone just films his face, and he just gets wide-eyed, falls in, like just tumbles, and then you can see Trump behind him.
I
Yeah,
believe this is the part where he
Quick
says,
zoom in, just right to his face. Just
Quick voice in the background.
I believe that's where the part where he says, "That many dots? No fair."
any movement, Chump? Okay.
you know,
Helena.
all this-
Alrighty. So, well, they moved forward. So I will do bonus action. Oh, what? Who's this on the floor?
That is the one who entirely missed me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And
Okay.
fell over the
took a
ledge.
tumble over the side.
And took
So-
a blade to the side of his
He
face.
is trying to scramble to his feet in order to get away from your fire giant.
So free act. No, sorry. Bonus action intimidation with my giant.
Okay.
This time we will try to yell in Orcish. Maybe this will be more intimidating than yelling in giant. You know. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Why don't you roll intimidation again? Again, +5. Okay.
My giant
that's
is really bad at
you-
intimidating.
so you get 11 at
11.
least.
yeah.
That's not bad.
No, but it's not good. That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
So, you see this like steam start to rise from the snow directly underneath the cult fanatic. He begins to whimper and sob.
The snow turns slightly yellow.
Yeah, like this yellow stream that starts to slowly creep downhill.
Uh-oh, it will turn out night. Giant.
I'm guessing the ground around here is also starting to show slight puddles and melted snow.
Yeah,
It's an
But it's-
illusion.
but it's
Yeah, but it's
yeah.
a major image. It can do the effect of heat, just not enough to damage,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
it says.
So there's a little bit of this glistening happening. Not much.
Mhm.
Any movement?
And this is the bonus action. So action, I will do a chill touch through the legs of the giant into this guy.
Okay.
Frozen piss.
Hopefully, I will actually hit. If not, it will just sound too cool, but never and not do anything to it.
Actually, even if you miss, it'll just you see the hand just doing the walking motion
that-
towards him.
That hits and is just enough to kill him.
Yeah. So see, the giant killed him. Definitely the giant. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
How much can I move here? I mean, I don't know. Is it difficult terrain?
No, you will be able to, with normal movement, you'll be able to move to the edge here.
Okay. I'll move to the edge here.
And now you are
Greetings.
on the map and accurate to everything else.
Yay!
Blaster is going to stomp on up ahead.
Yay! Ready?
Oh,
Is that
should I roll more damage for anyone inside, by the way? Since they've ended their turn in there, if there is anyone.
Yes.
I almost forgot.
Ooh.
Oof.
The full Monty.
Okay. Okay, so you hear like screaming from inside the cavern.
I'm wondering why they're still standing in the fire. They're like,
You also
I managed to cross
you
it.
also
Oh.
hear finally like a splash of like a bucket of water being thrown on your flaming sphere.
I wonder if that will actually be able to douse it or not.
I don't know, but they're trying. You also hear like the whap of like some sort of cloth being whipped
Yes.
at it.
Fan the flames.
I would like to just ask you telepathically to not destroy the treasure, even though I can't speak telepathic.
So Blaster is going to throw a rock. Let's be original with Blaster. He throws a rock.
Don't throw it at my giant.
No, not that you're giant. The boulder flies through the air and lands directly here. He like tosses it underhanded in a high arc over
Like
the yeah, in a high arc directly over the gate, and the rock smashes like directly on top of this guy.
Is he dead?
He is very dead.
Or is he just a cartoon and just like squeezing out of it like hello? Poor guy. He got hit by a lot of darts, and the rock hit him. That's just I mean, come on.
Is there a blood splatter icon at all? Just to go under the rock.
Should be.
Yes, there's many.
Paste.
That's surprising because when I searched for elf, I found a bat, but the blood spatter apparently there exists. Roll
Maybe
20.
I'll use this. Let's see if it's actually
So it covered the stone for some reason. Yeah, that's
there.
wow.
And then to my player. There we go.
There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, can I just get a yellow blood spurt here?
Sure, I can see what I find. Kothar, what are you doing,
Search
game one?
for people, you will find it.
Let's see.
Can I?
Well,
What
one of
happens
these
if I- there we
bastards banished Niniac, so I'll make a strike against each of them. Boop, towards front, and boop, towards the back, or the side, I mean. Keep saying
What
back
is the
for some
plus
reason.
one there?
That's crit damage, because it's a crit.
Yeah,
Critical
I
hit.
understand.
So
Yes.
Okay, so oof. Both of those hit.
13 hits? Wow.
Yep, that's just enough to hit. And actually, both of these guys are dead.
Drop that.
you whittled them down.
Yep.
Well, since there's nobody left outside, and he knows that there was screaming and thumping from inside here, I'd like to enter the cave.
Hey, anybody out there? We need some more water.
So, what's in the cave?
So you went.
Your flaming sphere.
Yeah, you find a flaming sphere about 30 feet deep in the cavern. There are two dark, black-dressed guys there. One holding an empty bucket, while the other is wafting a blanket against your flaming sphere. The blanket is now on fire.
Which one of them looks the most injured?
The one with the blanket.
I'll move within 15 feet of them, and then bonus action.
Sure. The whole cavern feels warm, and as you get closer
Yeah.
to the ball of fire, you
Which is
like
while
wince.
that's why I'm stopping at all 15 feet earlier rather than 10 feet. So, but then bonus action, I'll smack the sphere or try into the guy with the blanket.
Okay.
So there's the deck save and the damage.
All right. Ooh. Roll 2d6. Okay. Great. So, your ball of flame crashes into the guy. He like shrieks and tosses his hairs up, letting go of the blanket that's now engulfed in flames. The blanket floats down and lands directly on top of the other guy. And both of them drop to the ground, writhing in pain as they are scalded to death by your fire.
This must be terrifying for the guys outside or the party outside, just hearing the screams of agony
yeah.
from the cave.
Yeah, Kothar
No, Trump is
just
proud.
Kothar just walked very casually into this cavern, and suddenly there's this loud shrieks of pain.
After we kind of hear, can someone bring us some water?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I can bring some water.
A lot of it.
Yes.
I don't
But
think it'll
I'll,
help anymore.
Well, I
the
have a
re-
tidal wave, but never mind.
I still have a bit more movement then, but is it a dead end the cave or does it?
It dips down a little bit. There are a couple of bedrolls set against the walls, and other like small packs of like food and water skins that have been
Take the food and water.
set all against the wall in a dry spot.
Loot the corpses.
Fine
Not that
enough.
The cave isn't dry anymore.
It
And
looks
there's
like it looks like the water skins are empty.
And
Who
are there
drank
anyone
the
else left alive in there?
Nope, it's empty in there.
Then Kothal will use his remaining movement to go out here and have a just ensure that everything hostile is dead.
Yep.
And that's his turn.
It looks like this area falls silent. You don't
Except
see...
for the cackling of the flames of my giant.
Yes. You can see the tower in the distance, about 200 feet away from you. There is no movement there. You can see the airships hovering up high above you. There appears to be no movement on any of their decks.
Okay.
Huh. Very suspicious.
I'll drop concentration on my flaming sphere then.
Okay.
You can move it with you, just to follow you.
No, it only lasts a minute.
Ah, okay. I have my major illusion for 10 minutes, so...
I think my flaming sphere only lasts... Let's double check. Flaming sphere.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
So I would like to, since we're out of battle, I would, first of all, advance. But second of all, I would switch my major image of the giant just to follow me from now until we actually reach a battle.
Okay.
And could you, I kind of have like almost 9.5 minutes left, so just tell me if we reach that, so the giant disappears.
Okay.
Because I don't know in free movement how much time is gone, so just let me know.
Right.
You said it's 200 feet up?
Yes.
Or 200 feet away?
Yeah.
So Kothar will do a quick pocket search for currency or valuables, and
Sure.
then they will immediately move up.
We do the
I would
same
just
with,
yell at
here.
you to grab if there is any containers for liquid. I need them.
Water skins.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know what they have, so I will just
There's also
say
a bucket.
containers for.
Yes.
So
So you bring the bucket too?
Yes. And any like carryable valuables that I
Sure.
quickly rummage up. That I don't want to
so
spend too
Same
much
here.
time.
Kothar, roll a 1d10, and Shump, you can roll a 1d12. Kothar, you find several pouches. Put together, there are 50 gold coins inside. Shump, you find one heavy pouch on this guy, along with an IOU for a bet made about some sort of sports event. The pouch contains 60 gold.
So how many water skins were there?
4.
4.
I'll
Yes.
bring all 4.
4 and a bucket.
I will not pick up the bucket.
Okay.
For now, I'll just take the gold, and we'll divide it out later.
Yep.
Or rather, I take my gold, and Shump can take his gold.
Shump, the IOU is worth 120 gold.
But who will you cash it with?
The dead guy.
It's
Oh.
it's marked and signed with a very crude signature that says Frank.
What was the bet about? Like, why it was?
Sports.
It was a
Sports.
Yeah, was it
Yeah.
lost or won the? He lost the sports bet.
Yeah, clearly the guy that you cut the head off won the bet. So this IOU is like, I'll pay you back the rest later.
And final thing before we scramble up to assault the main fortress, does that caster guy have anything interesting?
Well, actually, I can go to grab it because it would be a shame for you just to go down to try and grab it.
the
Well, we
the
need to come
only
down anyway.
the only thing of value that the caster has is a silver pendant around his neck with the face
Not
of an
anymore.
owl.
I will
more.
pick it up with a.
It has the markings of a holy symbol, except that this is no god that you've ever seen.
So I take it with the wrapping of the Myliki holy symbol that I have
Sure.
for some reason, and I will just pick it up and throw it near the Myliki holy symbol, just
Okay.
like
Add it into the collection.
exactly. So
Would you
what
not want
should
to
I
clean
write?
it first? That guy did kind of get pasted on the wall. So,
Yeah, it's like attached to the mountainside with a bit of goop.
and
That was once the caster.
neck.
Are there
Neck
any
vertebrae.
bones sticking out?
I'm
Yes.
sure there's a few.
There are,
Okay, so how many can I pick up?
how many are there in a human body?
No, just the ones that are sticking out, not the ones that are in the body. I won't be digging into it. Just
Okay, so you
Just-
there are like 4 obvious ones.
There's around 300 bones in the human body, isn't there?
so to add
Something
4
like-
to my tiny bone collection.
These aren't
Fresh
very,
bones.
These aren't very tiny, but sure you can add them.
Sprinters.
A femur.
So
So 1 second before.
while you're scrambling around collecting all the loot, Blaster walks in through the now open gate and starts marching up towards the tower.
Could I jump down on Blaster?
do you want me to add a
Sure.
code or something so you know what kind of god it was, or the symbol?
If you want a descriptor, just write down an owl's head.
Was there anything else of value in that cave, by the way?
Can I do a religion check
No.
to check what it is?
You can. You definitely
I
try.
have a religion check. Is there such a thing?
Yes.
So
While he's
start-
doing that, is this sloping?
Yes. You'll be able
Where's
to
the religion
skate
check?
down.
Yes, I'll just do that. Step over and just do that cool guy skate move down.
Sure. Make an
There's no
acrobatics check.
religion check.
There is.
See?
Should be one.
I'll. Where's
Acrobatics, handling, arcana, athletics, deception, history, insight, intimidation, investigation, medicine, nature, perception.
Actually, I have advantage on that because of the Bladesinger traits. So
I don't have a religion.
doesn't matter.
Why don't you have a religion?
I don't know. There's no such thing on my sheet.
Should be
Between P and S, there's no letter, so no religion.
I have religion in mine.
I don't
Where?
have religion either.
Under persuasion. About
Under
sleight of hand.
persuasion, there's sleight of hands.
Oh. That's weird. There should be one there.
Well, I
But
don't
there
have
is
it, so
not.
maybe a history check.
Okay. Yeah, make a history check instead.
See,
Turkey.
religion is
there is-
intelligence based, so yeah, you can
Yeah.
use that.
There is supposed
so-
to be one there. Okay.
I don't know.
Great.
You can check my sheet. There's no religion.
Yes, I am.
don't know why.
Let's
Wait,
do it like this. Hold on.
I think I saw somewhere in the cogwheel options extended skills
Oh, there we
or
go.
something.
But I'm not supposed to have in my. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you can add
Yes,
custom
I have
skills. So
manually
I just
added it.
added it. Yeah.
Okay, so 26. This
Yep.
is this is not a holy symbol for any god that you are aware of. It looks very recently made, so if this is
So nothing historic about it.
it is likely like either a very recently made up deity or an air cult specific thing.
I would still put it with the holy symbol of my Licky.
Sure.
This is my collection of things.
Symbol-y things.
let's see. I don't think. What spells did I cast during that? I only did Flaming Sphere and Invisibility, right?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, because I did it as a third level. That's why it's. Now I just need to make sure that
Okay.
I actually have
So-
spell slots for the next fight.
Yeah. Moving on. Champ,
Yes.
you jump down on Blaster's shoulder as he passes underneath. You make your way towards the tower in the distance. It is shaped like an hourglass, kind of. So it like tapers off in the middle and then expands towards the top again.
Weakest spot, the middle. Let's break that.
You see as you move from the gate towards the door to inside, there are signs that have been toppled over that say property of. Hold on.
Hair bottom.
Hold on, I have to find the full name for him because it won't.
It's in an arch around the door.
Yeah.
Just to fit.
It's like a spiral text that makes up like kind of like a signature sign.
Yeah.
So it says property of Master Crumblebottom Lundomerius, Breacher Panzer Greg, Northbound Thymestode, Wheathaven Soccer Practice Hackerman Anderson Juxtapositor, Gearlever Harbingerius Atlas Harry House. And the next one says get out. The one after that says stay out. The one after that says, "You have no business here. Seriously, get out." And the final one says, "Fine. Open hours are," and then it says, "Never."
I like
Mark.
this gnome. I want to be his friend.
So I'm on Blaster, right?
Yes.
And I'm, by that definition, I'm right beside Harryhouse.
Yep.
So, Greg, huh?
And that will be his entire reaction to any of
Sure.
that.
He looks at you, and just like goes,
I'll call up to him and like, "Fine tower. Shall we see what's
"Thank
we're
you.
left standing
I quite
inside?"
like it." So the door is too small for either Blaster or your fire giant to fit through.
Well, I can always alter it. Hey,
Sure.
welcome to my new creation. I will alter it into a
Fire snake.
Fiery
No.
gnome.
a fiery gnome, fully plated armor, and he has the face of Harry Bottom.
He has a hairy bottom for a face.
No, he has of the gnome that is called Harry Bottom.
No, he's called Harry House.
Well, all right, he will then be the face of Harry House, even though I will call him Harry Bottom until the end of his life.
So you reach the door, you modify your fire giant, and Harry House looks at you and tries not to crack a smile. He's like biting onto the inside of his cheeks. And he just like puffs up and crosses his arms.
Well,
that's
it looks
that's
awesome.
not-
I mean, it looks like like a cool version of the gnome. And I would like to keep the fiery thing around him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Inside, you come into a very, very cramped bottom floor that follows the curvature of the outside to a staircase that opens up on the opposite side from the front door. So there's like this circular room in the middle that hides the staircase leading upward. As you move closer, there is no sign of anyone else moving throughout this structure. Everything is still, and
Perception.
sure. As you get around to the bottom of the stairs, the spiral staircase leading up, there is a trickle of blood running down the stairs.
I think something got injured.
Oh,
Quelena, you can hear very, very faint chanting from high above you.
yeah. I'll cast invisibility.
I'm so tempted to yell, "Who is it?" But I won't.
I would have expected more of a "Honey, I'm home."
Lucy, I'm home.
You see Master Crumplebottom Harry House look at this blood on his stairs and frown, and then he goes to like a tiny little compartment right beside the spiral staircase, opens the door and collects a broom and then a mop and then a bucket, and then he heads out to collect some water.
Should I tell him that they can
He is
create water?
grumbling about these air cultists ruining his fine staircase.
I agree.
Kothar goes invisible, though before he finishes, he'll just let the group know that he'll be close.
I will. So it comes from upstairs. So first of all, I will share with them the information about what I can hear.
It sounds
And-
like arcane chanting. You can
And
pick it
then
up
I
from anywhere.
will start sending up the major image before me and kind of follow it. Like if I would like the major image to be the first in the group and kind of go after, be like one of the last ones that are following.
Sure.
And,
Since I'm
by the way, I
invisible,
have a question though. Just one small question because I have here a funny thing that I actually need to ask you. So, as an illusionist, I gain at 6th level malleable illusions, so I can alter illusions midway.
Hmm.
And Major Image also allows me to do it as a bonus action.
Yeah.
So does it allow me to do 2 changes?
So the major image part is a bonus action,
Yes.
and the other is whenever, right? Or is it an
I
action?
think it's also a bonus action. 1 second.
Okay.
If I'm
So
correct.
So technically, yes. However, you can't stack several bonus actions at the same time.
Yeah, okay. I'll just check if it's actually a bonus action or an action.
it's an
sorry,
action actually.
The
You can
malleable?
use your action to change. Yes, the malleable is action,
Okay, so never mind.
Okay.
but that will at least then you can stack them because you can
Yeah.
change your action and bonus action to change 2 aspects.
And then
But yeah, Kotar will actually attempt to be first by predicting he see them going upstairs, but whenever they're going to make a intersection or something after that, he's going to try to predict where the group will go, so he
Okay.
keeps ahead.
So you move up, and you notice that the entire tower is made up of circular rooms with the
Oh, I was
central
expecting it to
spiral
be
staircase going all the way up. So
I would just-
everything has
yeah.
been built open around the staircase.
Is there corpses all over?
No.
Where's the
I
blood?
would
from
like
that?
to kind
Further
of. 1 second. As we cross rooms, while we go up, are there doors to those
No.
rooms? No. All right. So
The first, like the bottom floor is the
Entryway.
very empty, bare bones, like greeting area. Although it looks like it has been made most uncomfortable for anyone who might come asking for anything.
how
the-
high is this tower?
4 stories.
Yeah. The second floor is a small office that looks like it's been ransacked recently. It has all sorts of tools and workbenches littered around the walls, as well as broken clockwork gnomes.
I do wonder who ransacked the place.
The third floor is a sleeping quarters. So there's a bed and a little table as well for making food or eating, and then there's a little stove. There is a clockwork gnome standing beside the stove, but it looks like it's inactive.
Aww.
Yeah. So far, you don't see
Poor
anyone.
buddy.
However, the flow of blood has become thicker. And it looks like it is dripping from above the 4th floor.
Keep going up.
Above. 1 second. There are only 4 floors.
Yes, we know the stone is on the roof.
Seth, will it be me or you in front, behind the fiery gnome?
Yeah, and Kotar.
I'm prone to attacking
do.
stuff, so I guess I would insist to go first.
I'm just thinking because I will have my glaive out, so I've got a bit extra reach.
Sure. So you're jostling for position on this narrow spiral staircase leading up, like elbowing one another as you go along.
I will just make that my gnome will just look at them backwards and do like a and keep going.
Sure.
Well, it's jostling with the gnome because for her then can stay behind, as he said, because he has a glaive, longer reach.
Mm-hmm.
I can stand behind the gnome or jump and still hit things, so
You,
I have 10 feet of
Kothar,
reach.
Kothar and your little fire gnome reach the 4th floor and the final floor. There is a grate above with a large obelisk set in the middle. You can see it from where you are. There are corpses around the obelisk, all of them lined up like radially away from it in a symmetric shape around, like very ritualistically placed there. You can hear the arcane chanting from directly above you. There is a ladder leading up to a trapdoor moving up.
I would.
And
I
this
would like to-
in this room there is a circular bookshelf running all the way around.
I would like to kind of whisper to whoever is before me. If this is a ritual, we should definitely drop some bodies down so it won't be part of the ritual.
You can all hear the sound from above, almost that of a muffled crackling sound, almost like stone being ground together.
Sounds like someone really wants that grave open.
If it's a ritual, we should hurry and interrupt it.
Yes, though. Okay, so I would, as a action, while use my bonus action to keep the gnome going. Can I reach one of the bodies that are ritualistically put aside?
You can jump up and like grab one of their like clothes. However, the grating is tight enough that they won't be like falling straight through or anything.
Ah,
Just
okay,
be
so it's
moving them
so
slightly.
it's not yet that I can touch them. Okay, so I got it. Now I got the imagery. Well, I would like for the gnome to be turned into a scary version of Ninyak.
Okay.
And it will look like half ethereal and just go through the grate just to fly upwards. And then I will try to use Intimidate with it.
Okay. Good.
That might break their concentration.
Sure. So roll
Though my intimidation is horrible.
The real question is, how do we get up on the roof?
There's a trapdoor.
Yes, but is that it?
Well, my dragon hopefully will keep them busy.
Yeah, but do we see any other ways up?
So, you don't see any other ways up aside from the ladder and the trapdoor. You might be able to break the metal grating above you on which the obelisk is, but that might
I would
take
do that.
a lot of time and effort on your part, but might be able to do that. Kolana, this hellish version of Ninyak flies through the grates and up, starting to circle the obelisk above you. Our
Doing his intimidation.
our camera drone like flies up behind it and we can see this shimmering blue, green, and white bubble around the obelisk and the entire like grate where the bodies are. And these 4 figures are still with their hands extended. They pause for a second as Niniac appears out and like roars at them. And as soon as they lose their concentration, the bubble moves outward. We see the figure with large wings and the owl's face call out to them to get them to concentrate again on the spell, while she herself extends her hands out towards the bubble, and we see this little swirl forming and start to form like a little tornado pulling towards her hands.
So it's trying to pull my dragon?
Not your dragon.
I would more guess that the Owlkin is trying to siphon power from it.
At
We could maybe-
this point, it looks like the enchantments on the obelisk stone that we saw light up earlier have been completely drained, and whatever power was in there is now contained within the bubble.
Yeah, so... Well, as a free action, I would just say this would be a good time for anyone else to do an action.
I'm going to go through the trapdoor because it doesn't break my stealth. Or invisibility, I mean.
Okay.
So I'll climb up and get ready to backstab one of the chanters.
Okay.
1 second, I need to check something.
Skype message.
We can just prepare the initial assault and then end it.
Yep.
Like, as he raises his fists to stab.
Sure.
It was at this moment Kothar knew he fucked up.
Yeah. So, our final image of tonight will be of we can see like a shimmering visage of Kothar just about to appear from thin air to stab at one of the casters as the little... Yes, Rohithan?
Would Misty Step let me teleport through the grate?
Yes.
Awesome. I plan to do that behind one of the other casters,
Okay. So...
because it's a bonus action.
Sure. So, we see Kothar just emerging from invisibility to stab at one of the casters as the little swirling tornado hits the owl-faced figure's hand, and suddenly the bubble begins to burst outwards, and it freeze frames.
Just a question though.
I was thinking
Just for me to know for next time. For next time, how much time is left for my major image, just so I know?
It is actually just about to end. You
Like
will
what, in...
You have probably about a minute left on it.
Okay.
So, what is that? 10 turns?
10 rounds, yes.
10 combat rounds.
That's probably all I need, but yeah.
Okay. Good.
And as the bubble bursts, and when we come back, I will suddenly appear behind them. I'm going to stab them in the butt with a long pole arm.
Good.
In the
Yes, weapon.
butt.
The butt.
So, how was that?
That
Lovely.
was nice. And the nice thing about these grates is that my war staff actually allows me to hit them without any problem to the cover. I'm ignoring cover, so...
Mm.
So now we just need Shump to get up there as well.
Sham to scramble up and do his thing.
Well, he probably will somehow jump up there and use his two copishes.
Shump will find a way.
Yes.
With
Just,
Barson
it will somehow
copishes.
squeeze through the holes. And just,
Awesome.
well, at this time, I would like to say that all that is missing now is a gaseous form, just so Shump can just whoop.
Yeah. Actually, I think
That
Master
was,
Crumblebottom Harryhouse has gaseous form.
Wow.
He at least has Misty Step, we know that.
No, he doesn't.
We know he has
Aw.
Misty Step.
He has Fly, though.
I'm
What was
actually,
Lie.
Sep?
Shump was surprisingly well adapted for combat.
so,
Of course.
Theo, which one of the two that I sent you would you like me to take, by the way? Just send me the one that you want more. That you like more.
You mean the messages you sent me earlier?
Yeah.
The latter.
The
last
second one?
Yes.
Okay. But I just think that it's awesome.
Yeah, it's much better, I think, for Quelena.
Yep.
Okay, good.
So, yeah.
Shall close
Do I
off the stream.
replace it or add it? Just a question.
That is up to you. If you feel like
Because basically, I think that for her, the other one is finished. I mean, she knows about it, so
yeah.
unless you want me to keep it just in case.
No, I think you can replace it.
Okay. So, yeah. Good night, stream.
Good. Yes. Say goodbye. While you still can,
Bye.
fools.
Have a good one.
There they go. Good. So, so we will be back next Monday. Thanks for coming out, and hope to see you again. Bye now.